Hello, my beautiful audience, and welcome to Ville. If you like this content, please leave a like and subscribe, or maybe even a comment to let me know. Enjoy the video. My beautiful audience, welcome back to Ville. We have a truck full of stuff to sell, and we are sitting here at the office. Let's go ahead and take this stuff down to the trash sorter so I can get the trash off the truck for now. We'll go ahead and go over to the pawn shop to sell these items, and then we'll kind of see how much money I can really make from the compressor. Because I will remind you that I made about 30,000 from the job that I got all this from. It was a medium demolished job. There we go. The only thing that's going to really slow this down is that I can only put 2 boxes in the compressor at any given time. But I will put all of this in the compressor, even if I have to make that this entire episode, just to kind of show how much effort and time I'm having to put into this to get the money that I'm getting. Like, it's going to really take like a lot of work to put this in. Especially when you consider that, like, a small cleaning job, just wiping down some windows and sweeping some floors, those smalls, they get $14,000 each. Speaking of sweeping the floor, I just noticed this. Cleaner. There we go. Nice. Anyway. I see a piece of trash right over there as well. I'll have to get it when I get here in a moment. What I might do is actually buy the upgraded compressor, because I already know that the compressor does give us specifically better income. So having the larger compressor to make that go a little bit faster, that's just gonna be a better time investment for the income that we are making. Of course, we're gonna take the shortcut out to the road, because not taking the shortcut is actually a really bad idea. I'm not even really sure what the purpose of taking the primary road is. Like, I guess it's a little more civilized, but for the time investment, it's a little bit janky, if I might say, might use that term. No trucks. Okay. All right. Let's take all this out of here. I'm actually kind of impressed because that building, it was a decent sized building, I will say that. It was very sparsely furnished for what it had left in it, and it still had this much in it. Like, most of this is broken or damaged, and yet I have a feeling we're going to get quite a bit of money from it. I really wish it would just show how much we're getting. I'm going to try not to blind him. And of course, we did, if we recall, I did upgrade the price estimate to the top level. Or not the top level, I think it was, no, it was the top level, it was 100%, yeah. Alright, so yeah, something like this only like $11. Something like this is 700 some odd. But I don't imagine I'm actually going to physically get $700 for this unless that price estimate was referring to these. Either way, let's go ahead and sell all. Notice we're at 185. Oh wow, so I actually got about $4,000 from that. So I may have actually been getting like the full value for those items. I'm not going to do the math. It's a little bit too much for right now. I have a piece of mail. Let's see. That's right, I just did that one. So we're not worried about that. We're not worried about this. Not worried about this. So we do have another demolish here that we can do. And this one is very likely another... actually, that looks like a very complete house. Abandoned places. Okay. Well, either way, that's another 30,000. So that was probably about the same size as the one I just did. So we'll kind of leave that for a moment because you saw in the previous episode That was sped up about 4 times. It took me around 45 minutes in real time to actually physically do. Whereas you can make like $14,000 just running like a regular cleaning. I have a feeling that the regular cleaning contracts and the general cleaning contract and the general cleaning missions are going to be like some of the quickest, easiest money you can make. It actually wouldn't surprise me if we saw an update from the developers that modifies how much money you make from those. Just because, oh, that's right, I was going to, because this one only takes two. We have like the generator and stuff here. Let's go ahead and see if, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up right here while I'm walking through. Good. All right, let's see what it takes to upgrade the compressor. Press machine, a shelf set. It's 120,000 to upgrade it to level 2. That I was not expecting. Yikes! And I could do that, and I'm not really looking to buy anything really big here soon. I don't like that. That's a lot of money. I'd have to do like more demolishes and things like that. I do notice I have like the extra little area of building here, but I think that has to do with the shelf set. No. Let's see. Okay, so that comes into this. I'm gonna hold off on that. Wait till I have a little bit more money going on. And for now, oops. For now, let's see. We have 11, 13, 10, 13, 13. So that's going to take quite a while to actually do. Yeah, just go ahead and get started then. Ugh. I wish I could actually carry two at a time is one of the big things I need to point out here. No electricity. Did I turn it off? Does it default off? Let's see, office, building, compressor. Huh? What happened here? Maybe it got reset because there was an update? I'm not sure. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, it was fine where it was. Number 0 is charging very quickly. I'm going to be honest with you. You charge batteries of this size this quickly, that would be an insane amount of charge going through these. Like, you would expect something like this to take, like, 24 to 48 hours to even partially charge. Even on a generator this large. And the entire point is that you don't really want to charge batteries this quickly, especially batteries of this size. Like I said, you would end up, like, that would be a fire hazard. These things would get really hot really fast. Okay. Oh. The thing is very slightly vibrating. I just noticed that. Just gonna leave this open. What? All right. No fuel. Oh, I need fuel now. Well, that's lovely. I don't know if that was something I needed previously or not, to be honest with you. But apparently I need fuel now, so I guess I'll have to figure that one out. I'm guessing, yeah, okay, right here. All right. I will go see about getting some fuel at some point, not right now. Mostly because I'm completely full. The vehicle has been filled to the brim with nothing but compressed trash and stuff that can't be compressed. So that's going to be a great sale to the factory. I did end up with like one extra bag of the non-compressible trash, but that's okay because it can't be compressed. I'm not worried about it. I did also end up with one extra box of compressible trash, but because it was only one box, it's better for me to hold on to it and wait for the next time that I have trash to be compressed. And I'm definitely going to be paying very close attention to how much money I get from this trip to identify kind of when it's going to make sense to. What's going on here? Okay. To kind of identify when it's going to make sense to buy the upgraded compressor. I don't want to buy it on loan. I really don't want to because I could afford it in cash. It's more problem of is it worth the investment? Like that's what I'm going to be using this particular test for. Is the 120,000 is going to be worth the investment that I'm putting into it? So let's go ahead and get all of this offloaded here. Let's see. And as I was doing the compressor, I was reminded how upset I am with the state of the world's recycling business. It really upsets me because I look at stuff like this and my industrial mind is just going absolutely crazy. Like I'm sitting here thinking, like, yeah, you could separate out like the ferrous and non-ferrous metals, and you could separate like copper from aluminum, and you could separate like the different types of plastics, and you could really just go for it and run like your individual materials through like an industrial shredder and compress them down after that, so you get like a really compressed cube that you're taking off, and you get like these crazy good bales. Let me see. No, it is right here. Okay. I tried to make this so that it would unload in the order of these, and it looks like I did succeed in that. So I'm glad of that. I wasn't quite sure exactly what the order was going to be. Now it does look like, yeah, I mixed up the last two, but other than that, everything looks good. But yeah, you could do like an industrial shredder, like a two-stage shredder, and really go for it. But the game doesn't really support that kind of thought process, especially mostly because they just wanted to keep it simple for the purpose of the user. Nobody wants to go learn chemistry to identify the differences between like polyurethane and propylethylene. I believe that's the terms for them. I'm not even exactly sure myself. I'm definitely not a chemist. I'm not a materials expert. Just words I've heard and kind of associated with the topics, things like that. It would be a case where even I would have to go look them up to make sure that I'm correct on them. I'm not saying that I'm an expert in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that nobody really wants to do that for a video game, especially not a simple one. Unless it was like the entire purpose of the game. Yeah, no, you're probably not going to get people to do that. There we go. And now we just wait for these nice little tickets to print. We'll take them over to this fine gentleman in the booth over here. I'm not even going to look at what's on the screen. I'm sure you can see it from there, but I'm gonna back off right here. I'm going to grab these tickets, and we're just going to go right over here, have a look at the total. And Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. Let's see. There's a 4,500. Okay, so 1,200s. We're starting at just shy of 190. And so around 18,000. 18,000. So we got the original total of the demolished, which was 30,000. We got about 4,000 from the furniture, so that brings us to 34,000. And then another 18,000 on top of that, which brings us to 52,000. $52,000 for one little contract. And I will say it was one little contract. But for the time taken, especially with with the demolishing itself, that took some actual time. Like that really took me some time. I genuinely think that the cleaning missions would have gotten me there faster if I really just were looking for the money. The cleaning missions, honestly, they're disproportionate. They are disproportionately good. See, there's cleaning. Need cleaning done. It's an easy 14,000. Uh, when you think about it, like your time limit for an easy is 30 minutes. Your time limit for a demolish is 60 minutes, and you get more money for cleaning. Like you get more money for cleaning. In fact, well, here's what I'm gonna do. Um, you've seen it took me almost two episode or about an episode, I should say, even with speeding all of that up to do that medium demolish to get all the money from it. So let's go ahead and just do this one, and I'm just gonna do this just as a direct apples to apples comparison, so we can see exactly how long it takes me to do this. Because I have a feeling that these are just a little bit more disproportionate in income than doing like demolishes or especially decorates and things like that. Demolishes are the ones I'm kind of pointing to because these are the ones that get you like the trash that you can sort and take the extra time to really rake in some real cash. Uh, and I will say it's not anything to sneeze at. The fact that I just made like 50 some thousand dollars, $52,000, like that's a pretty good sum. That's a really nice sum. But especially the fact that I'm like right here, especially because of the fact that I'm literally right here. Like it took me no time at all to find this particular house. I'm going to look around. Well, what is it that they are looking for? So looking for white windows here. I mean, the worst I'm gonna have to do is like get around this curtain in some way, shape, or form. Which it looks like I'm gonna have to take this one off. Okay. I've also got another one in this room. Yeah, this one right over here. I'll have to take this one off as well. Okay. The 17% done. Let's walk in here. There's a window, and this one I can actually get to all four panes without having to take off the blinds here. And I have noticed that we've had a lot better luck with getting these washed since I'm assuming there was an update. And I never went back and found it, but I'm assuming there was because we've had a lot better luck with it. Good. I saw the pattern with the tree there, and I thought it was dirt. But this one we're gonna have to take off the blinds as well. And another one we'll have to take the blinds off of. I'm just keeping a really good track of the time taken to do this. I'm not gonna do like a direct comparison like where I'm making a chart of well this one took me this long and this one took me this long. No, I'm not gonna do that. This is more just like uh, a general feeling. rather than like anything scientific. Like if we want to do scientific, then I will definitely set up an episode to do that. We'll do like some real experimentation, make it as scientific as possible. Right now, we're just kind of comparing, just seeing what it looks like. Because if you notice, I'm not really doing anything like really, really heavy. I'm just kind of find a window, click on it, hold the click for a little bit until I get all four done. Put this back on there, and that's it. Like that there's not really much being done here. And this one is an easy one, of course. So there's not going to be like a huge house. It's like a lot of windows. And then even the ones that are like mediums, I'm just expanding what I'm doing, and I'm going to get like a lot more money than doing just this little easy one, this little small one. And if you recall, this is actually a building we've been in before. Oh, here we go. I don't think I've had a small window that's been dirty before. And it looks like I am 100% now. So I'm going to go downstairs, and we're going to complete this. And yeah, it took me like 5 minutes. Like around 5 minutes to just stomp this out and be done with it. And there it is, $14,000 for like 5 minutes of work. Whereas the demolish was 30 minutes, was like 45 to, let me see, I would say an hour. It took me around an hour total to get all of the money out of the all of the money out of that medium demolish that I did. 52,000 for around an hour of work versus 14,000 for like 5 minutes. You know, there's a little bit of a disproportion to that. The math doesn't work out because let's see, 48, or I'm sorry, 14 times 2, that's 28 times 4, that's going to be 56. So you could do like four of those in like uh, 20 minutes. If you throw in travel time, maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and you're getting more income from just cleaning windows. You know, there's a little bit of a disproportion to that. Let's see. There we go. And then the decorates, you know, you get like 30,000. You need to do all of this stuff down here. Whereas I could just go in here and just see if I can grab a cleaning contract really quick. Let's see if we actually have. That's an easy. There's a build. The builds I have a feeling are going to be really good money as well, because there's not really much you're doing there necessarily, especially compared to what you're actually getting out of it. Let's see, there's cleaning, and there's a medium demolish. Yeah, the logistics, I'll be honest with you, the logistics do seem a little bit odd themselves. I feel like right now I have a, if I were looking at this as a game designer, I would want the cleaning to come down in what you're getting, like replace cleaning and logistics, like just swap those numbers, straight up swap those numbers. That's really what you need to do. Because that was only 50% more. But these are really fast as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to. That's 32 to 40. The problem is that this vehicle, it falls right in the middle of that, and I don't want to start one and then not be able to complete it. Let's see. There was one in here. No, we already did it. That's right. Okay. Well, either way, to kind of get this moving along right here, we're going to accept this one. Now, one thing that's odd is I do notice this is the same picture that was in one of the demolishes. Yes, look at that. It's the same physical picture. That's odd. That's very odd. Here we go. We'll go ahead and we'll do this one just to kind of get it started. Especially because, well, it's actually right over here. I wasn't expecting that, but I was going to say, especially because we just did like a big demolish. We just did a cleaning. So we'll go ahead and we'll do this one just to say that we're going to kind of keeping it a little bit varied, so we're not doing the same thing all the time. Don't get me wrong, it wouldn't bother me to just go grind out on like some cleaning ones real quick and get some extra money, get the compressor upgraded. At this point, I have over 100,000 more than what we need for the compressor upgrade. So I absolutely could just go upgrade the compressor and then do some demolishes to kind of make that money back. Um, but that's something where I might just do one on camera and then do the rest off camera. I'm not really interested in doing the same thing over and over and over again just for uh, take up a bunch of time, take up a bunch of you guys' time. I guess I should say is what I'm trying to say. Go. Oops! I knocked down his fence. Anyway, let's have a look at this. I'm pretty sure we're close to time. Actually, I do apologize. I just had a look. Whoops! We actually are out of time. So before we get too far into this, we're actually going to cut it off right there to for brevity. I guess is the best way to put it. Have a good one, my dudes. Cheers.